And it is ridiculously embarrassing to admit this, but I think I have to, and that is that I'm desperate.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
You understand that with these videos coming to light, it's really starting to, not even starting, it's really looking, period, like I'm actively searching for younger people to be in a relationship with, and I just want to say firsthand that that is absolutely not the case. My hope has always been to be in a relationship with somebody around my age or older that I can relate to and that can make me laugh. And unfortunately, I've not been able to find that person yet, but the idea of actually being in a relationship became so important to me that I was willing to trust too quickly, miss out on red flags, and most importantly, not take the precautionary measures that really anybody, but especially somebody with a public platform, should be taking before talking to anybody, and there's no excuse for that. When I watch...
Who cares? Sister is in some trouble. That's why he doing all this, because he know he's in some trouble. 14 minutes for an apology video? YouTubers be doing the most. Why can't they apologize? What up, everybody? I am the Mademoiselle, and this is my channel. And this is Sage. Listen, she comes on cute now. And today we are going to be reacting to James Charles' apology video. Now, if you guys are not aware of what James Charles has done, listen, you guys are gonna have to look it up, because to be honest, we do not have time to go over the numerous accusations of what's going on here. James Charles has been accused of doing so many inappropriate things regarding minors, okay? Put two and two together, put the puzzle pieces together, and figure it out, okay? Now I gotta get comfy for this one. I gotta get comfy, okay? My subscribers were the ones that told me about this a couple minutes ago on live. They was like, oh, he put out an apology, react to it. I said, oh, hey, we about to be here for the party, okay? So get your water, get your tea, get your snacks, get everything. I got everything. I got water. I ain't got tea though, but I got wine, red tail, and I got my Courvoisier. Pass the Courvoisier. Listen, if you're not old enough, you don't even know what this is. You don't know how good this shit is, right? You're not. It's not for the kids. It's not for the kids. Listen, I'm here for this mess, bro, because this man has been doing so much crap for so long. It is just ridiculous that we're now getting an apology for it, because he's been allowed to skate past this mess and been allowed to still have a platform, still have sponsors. Ooh, child, I'm gonna get to it, but let's get straight into this reaction. But of course, before we get started, please make sure you smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, smash every button that can help a sister out. For those of you guys who want to be YouTubers, I do have a YouTube planner. Everything you need is down in the description and or the link comment down below. I also do one-on-one consultations, and I have a free Facebook networking group. So yeah, let's get into the nonsensical reaction. Come here. There you go. Yeah, okay. Oh, child, I'm scared. So, first things first. This dislike and like ratio is not doing enough for me. You know what? I didn't even watch it yet. So, I'm not even going to say what I'm going to say yet, because then I feel like I'm going to be jumping to conclusions. But a 14-minute apology, problem. This 146,000 likes and 11,000 dislikes, problem. I'm gonna give y'all the most unbiased opinion y'all will ever find on this goddamn platform, okay? I'm never a fan of this man. I was never not a fan of this man, but I always called out the bullshit. People really came at me for saying that there was something sus about him. So we're gonna see.
Hello everyone, James Charles here, and today I'm gonna be making a very important video about a very important topic. As many of you guys know, about 2 years ago now, I was involved with a very public online scandal in which some fellow YouTubers made some very serious accusations against me, and within the past couple of weeks, similar accusations are being made again, and I think it's very important that I get on camera and talk to you guys honestly about what is going on.
Were they accusations or were they real? Because at this point, everybody's stories sound the same. When everybody's stories sound the same, it started to sound like real. The fiction started to sound like fact. We need to address that everybody can't just be making shit up and have the same exact story.
This first happened 2 years ago. I uploaded a video to my channel called No More Lies, and that video was a very planned video. It focused on receipts and screenshots and defending myself in the situation, but I want you guys to know that this video that I'm going to be making today is going to be nothing like No More Lies. This is not exactly planned. I don't have a script. I will let you guys know that I do have just some notes in front of me of points that I want to make because this is a very, very serious topic. But today's video is going to be from the heart, and I'm going to focus on what happened, the conclusions that I've come to, and most importantly, holding myself accountable for my own actions.
We are a minute, even Sage called it. You called the bullshit because I called the bullshit, Sage. We are a minute and 7 seconds in. This is a 14-minute apology. Let me just say this right now. Apologies are supposed to be, here's the situation. This is what I did. This was wrong. It will never happen again. I will try my hardest to be a better person. End of fucking story. There is no explanation. There is no hoopla. There is no back and forth. I already know there's gonna be some bullshit. This is gonna be some bullshit. Sister is in some trouble. That's why he doing all this. Cause he know he's in some trouble. 14 minutes for an apology video. YouTubers be doing the most. Why can't they apologize? And just looking from this dislike to like ratio, y'all motherfuckers, I'ma say it because I don't give a fuck. I ain't afraid of y'all. I ain't afraid of nobody, okay? I ain't afraid of no goddamn body. Y'all motherfuckers will buy anything that these crackers are selling with some tuna. Anything they selling with some tuna, y'all buy it. Y'all buy it with your last dollar. And I know he's gonna be selling bullshit. I don't even need to watch the rest of this to know it's gonna be bullshit, bro. I know it's gonna be bullshit. Because what do we need an explanation for? There's nothing to explain. You've literally had numerous people come out and say that you're doing this, and then you literally have come out and tweeted and saying, oh, you didn't know. Meanwhile, all of these kids' ages were in their
First and foremost, I need to say sorry. I owe a massive apology to anybody that I've hurt or anybody that I've made uncomfortable with my actions. And I also want to say I'm sorry to my friends, family, and fans that have to watch another one of these videos, because you shouldn't have to, and this is really, really embarrassing. When this all started online a few weeks ago, it sparked a large conversation, and many people have shared their thoughts and opinions, and I want to take some time to address literally everything in today's video, but before doing that, I want to make it really, really clear that I fully understand my actions and how they are wrong. There's no excuse for them, and I don't plan on making any in this video either, and I hope that you will choose to watch it all the way through. I also just want to make a quick note as well that I'm filming this on the night of March 31st. It is currently 12:54 in the morning. I'm alone here in the studio, and I know that when I upload this tomorrow, it is going to be April Fool's Day, which is awful timing because this video and this topic is not a joke in any way, shape, or form. And I don't want anybody to think that it is, but I also don't want to wait any longer to speak about this. I want you guys to know that this is very, very important to me, and I'm taking this very, very seriously. The last thing that I want to say before I just get into it is that I think it's important that I provide a trigger warning for this video. There's going to be topics and things talked about that are very, very sensitive to some people, and I don't want anybody to have to listen to those if they don't want to. So I'm just letting you know right now. But with all that said, I think it's time that we talk. In case anybody isn't aware of what's going on, within the past couple of weeks, 2 different people, both under the age of 18, have recently come forward saying that they had inappropriate messages to me on social media. One of them being from last year and one of them being from more recent. In both of these cases, I added these people on Snapchat, asked how old they were right away, was told that they were 18, believed them, engaged in a flirty conversation, and then later on found out that they were actually 16. Upon finding out, I was immediately embarrassed and blocked both people. Later on...
Oh my God! This is what I don't like about this man. He literally be out here having random conversation with any and everyone on social media. You expect me to believe that. Y'all, let me just let you guys understand this right now. As a social media influencer, anyone with a following, it makes absolutely no sense to be out here having any type of random willy-nilly type of conversations of that nature with just any and anyone on the internet. It doesn't make logical sense. It's not good for your brand. It's not good for your image. And again, it does not make any logical sense. Like, I don't know why he expects people to believe this bullshit, but I'm not buying what he's selling. I don't give a fuck if it comes with tuna. I just don't. You're telling me you, a legitimate YouTube celebrity, essentially, with 25 million subscribers, is getting DM'd by random subscribers, random fans, and you take it upon yourself to say, oh, he's cute, I'm just gonna DM him, I'm gonna this, that, and the third. Not saying that as a YouTuber, as someone on social media, you can't just engage in random conversations or whatever. I'm not saying that. When you are someone with a platform, you cannot, and most likely, for the most part, will not do that. Everybody that's in this industry knows that you, oh my God, he's really starting to get on my nerves. He's really starting to get on my nerves. Because who does he think is buying this shit? Oh, of course, 146,000 people who like this bullshit. They're buying this shit. They're buying this shit with everything else in the goddamn grocery store of a bunch of YouTubers who don't know how to apologize and make excuses for all their shitty ass actions. This shit don't make no goddamn sense. Who believes this trash, bro?
When I saw them making videos about it and those videos going viral, my immediate reaction, completely honestly, was to be really, really upset. I wanted to get on camera and film another No More Lies video where I gather all my receipts and all my screenshots and try to tell my side of the story and then just move on from the situation. And now, looking back, that was so stupid because as I did more research on these topics and self-reflected, I realized that the receipts and the screenshots and the specific details of the interaction really don't matter because I fucked up. And I needed to take accountability for my actions and most importantly, apologize to the people that were affected by them. These conversations should have never happened, point blank period.
Okay.
There's no excuse for it, there's no ifs, ands, or buts, and I take full responsibility for that. I trusted the information that was given to me rather than the information I could have and should have gotten myself. In both of these situations, doing research into these people's public social media profiles would have revealed their true ages, and therefore these conversations would have never happened in the first place, but I didn't do the research, and that is what is so embarrassing.
You know what's really interesting about this? A lot of these boys look ridiculously young. Like, and this is the thing, I have friends that are legitimately like 24, 25, and they look like they're probably like 16. Even me, sometimes if I'm dressed a certain way, I may look like I'm 16, 17. Many people may think I'm way younger or way older, whatever. I understand that, right? So that's not really the point here. The point is, as someone with your size and your stature and someone who's been accused numerous times of doing this fuck shit, would you not try to be a little bit or a tad bit more careful with who you allow yourself to be connected with on an intimate level? I just personally don't understand this logic right here. Like, it's giving me a headache because he constantly does this and he's never, ever, ever been held accountable. People just sit here and make excuses for him all the time. Let this have been a black man. Let this have been a black gay man. Let's talk about how gay men have such a horrible reputation for this shit, okay? People love to say, oh, gay men like to touch children. Gay men are dangerous. Gay men are this, that, and the third. So when you sitting up here doing all this goofy shit, what do you think it does for other gay men in the world? What do you think? I don't understand. I don't understand. No. I'm not buying what he's selling.
As an adult, it is my job and my responsibility to verify who I'm talking to, and therefore there is no one to blame for this other than myself. To the guys involved with this situation, I want to say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I added you, I'm sorry that I flirted with you, and I'm really sorry if I ever made you uncomfortable. It is completely unacceptable. I was being reckless, and after looking back and finally realizing that this was my own fault, I started doing a lot of thinking and reflecting to really try and figure out why I was actually allowing myself to be so reckless in the first place. In all other areas of my life, my friends, my business, I like to think of myself as pretty put together and on top of things.
I know he did not just pull well, what happened with me is nobody cares. Did we click on this to find out why James Charles was doing this shit? Did you? I didn't. Ain't nobody click on this goddamn video to find out about James Charles and his goddamn life. Oh no, he did not just pull a goddamn Jeffree Star. Do y'all not remember when Jeffree Star was out here apologizing for saying the N-word? And he was like, guys, I was bullied and this is why I called them the N-word. No! Nah. We didn't ask for that. Nobody asked you. He dead ass. This better not be the rest of the fucking video. This better not. It's impossible. It's impossible. I don't give a flying bullshit what happened to you. Who cares?
And I couldn't understand why relationships were the one outlier. Why were they not working? Why was this area of me so different? And I finally came to a conclusion. It sucks and it is ridiculously embarrassing to admit this, but I think I have to, and that is that I'm desperate.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
You understand that with these videos coming to light, it's really starting to, not even starting, it's really looking, period, like I'm actively searching for younger people to be in a relationship with, and I just want to say firsthand that is absolutely not the case. My hope has always been to be in a relationship with somebody around my age or older that I can relate to and that can make me laugh. And unfortunately, I've not been able to find that person yet, but the idea of actually being in a relationship became so important to me that I was willing to trust too quickly, miss out on red flags, and most importantly, not take the precautionary measures that really anybody, but especially somebody with a public platform, should be taking before talking to anybody. And there's no excuse for that. When I watch...
Who cares? Hey yo. He dead ass right now? He dead ass? Do I look like a dating coach? Does anybody watching this right now look like a dating coach? Does anybody... Nigga, you better go to Yvana to help your goddamn life. You better go to the fucking Oprah show. You better go to Dr. Phil. You better go to somebody else, bitch. Don't nobody care. Nobody clicked on this video for this shit. Bruh. How you gonna say... That whole part made no sense. It literally was a whole contradiction, but go off, sis. Okay? Sis is in some trouble. So now he literally just saying bullshit.
Videos in the past of people talking about serious topics such as this one, it's always really bothered me when people would talk about conclusions or changes that they're going to make without actually talking about how they got there in the first place. So I think it's really important that I do that in this video.
No, people do it when we drag them.
I think that I owe it to you guys to kind of walk you through the reflection that I've been doing, so you know that I'm taking this seriously, how I came to terms with my desperation, and how it led me here. In 2019, my dating life became even more public than it already was when I was called out and labeled as a predator. You guys, I feel like at this point, all know the story, so I don't want to go back into details, but pretty much I had to get on camera and prove that I was being lied to. I had all the receipts to back it up, but at the time I also recognized that I definitely needed to change the way I was going about dating because clearly something was not working. And in that video, I made a vow and a promise to myself and to you guys as the audience that I would be way more careful moving forward. And that promise was not one that I kept. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, at the time that I posted No More Lies, I really thought that like the only issue was kind of like the straight guys and being lied to. But I now realize that it was obviously a much deeper problem, and I really wish that at that time I had spent the time to sit down and look at myself in the mirror and try to get to the root of the problem and understand why I was actually allowing myself to get into these situations instead of just brushing it off and saying like it's the straight guys and it's the lie. But like I said, I did it.
You like them young. That's your personal problem. Admit that shit, go get some psychological help. Pass the Courvoisier. I don't even need a shot glass for this one because this is fucking ridiculous.
And as time progressed, my desire for a relationship never really went away, and I slowly started ignoring red flags again, and also ignoring my friends and the important people around me that warned me that I was going to get hurt. And to them, I also feel like I really owe an apology because I should have listened, and I feel like if I did, we probably wouldn't be here today. Looking back now,
your friends are also garbage. They helped you do this. They let you do this. And they didn't report you to the authorities. I said what I said.
Oh, and just trying to do my best to piece this all together in my head. I think that my lack of experience when it came to dating growing up, and then all of a sudden having a lot of attention from different types of men, some for good reasons and some for bad reasons, really affected me in ways that I didn't quite understand.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Growing up, James Charles is mad young. Isn't he like 21? He's very young, bruh. No, I'm sorry. Growing up, like, you're barely grown, sir. You're barely I'm sorry, I have to look up James Charles' age because I'm tripping now. James Charles' age. I'm not bugging. He's 21. What growing up are you talking about, bitch? You still a baby. Talk about some dating growing up. Bitch, what dating shut up. He didn't need to do this video. He didn't need to. I'm surprised he even did this. I didn't understand what the apology was for. He should have literally just apologized to the victims and that's it. Apologize to people he was close to and that's it.
I honestly just thought that I had really, really bad luck and that I was being taken advantage of when that wasn't the case at all. And I had the mentality that I could reach out to literally anybody and use my Explore page and For You page as a dating app. And eventually I would just happen to find the right person, but that's just not how dating works, literally at all. It's gross, it's weird, and it's desperation. I just really thought it was important to share my thought process and the conversations that I've been having with myself and professionals behind the scenes in order to help myself fully understand the situation so I could properly hold myself accountable for how I got here in the first place. When these videos started to
I wouldn't buy that shit with a fucking discount. I wouldn't buy that shit with a BOGO. I wouldn't buy that shit if it was 50 cents. He's lying his ass off. It's ridiculous. It's... He's saying this is unscripted. He's saying all he has is notes, but I can tell all of this is just excuses, and he's coming up with excuses on top of excuses. You can tell, he can tell that what he's saying is full of shit and full of lies, and he's literally trying to make it sound a little bit better by trying to make it like, trying to mask it with other shit. He's like, yeah, I was trying to do this, but yeah, that's why. But then, yeah, but that's what happened, and then that's why I ended up doing this, but then that's why I did that, but then... Just say you like them young and you know it's not okay and you're seeking help. That's it. You had people around you that enabled your behavior. You now know that is not okay and you're seeking help. Is it that hard? I don't know.
delay, power imbalance became a really large topic of conversation on social media, and rightfully so. In 2019, when I had my whole situation, I was accused of abusing my fame, money, and power to get what I wanted. And when I responded to that at the time, I said that that was disgusting and that I would never want to do that. And to this day, I still stand behind that sentiment 1000%. So when it was getting brought up again, I got really, really frustrated and was trying to understand, because I was thinking to myself, like, okay, I know that this situation shouldn't have happened. I know that this conversation shouldn't have occurred. I take responsibility for that. But at the same time, like, they DM'd you first. They lied to you. They flirted first. Like, you didn't use your fame, money, and power to get anything. But I've now realized that that mentality is completely wrong, because a power imbalance can happen even when it's not intentional. What I wasn't getting before is that the excitement that comes with talking to a celebrity is literally enough to make somebody do or say something that they normally wouldn't, even if that celebrity isn't intentionally weaponizing their fame, money, or power. And that's the concept that I just wasn't getting, but I now do. Even though I'm able to turn off my social media and just talk to somebody outside of the spotlight about something normal, in normal clothes, and no makeup on as James Dickinson, that doesn't change the fact that to them, I'm still James Charles. And that's something that I can't turn off. For me, having a public platform has become such a huge part of my life that at this point, it does feel normal. But I have to understand that to 99.9% of people, it's not normal and will never be normal. And that's where the power imbalance lies that I wasn't understanding. But I'm so glad that I finally do, because like I said in 2019, taking advantage of that power imbalance is something that I would never ever want to do, but unintentionally was. With this situation blowing up, there are a lot of people speaking about this online, whether it be sharing their opinions, arguing back and forth, or most importantly, holding me accountable for my actions. I understand that posting this video today is not going to stop those conversations, but is going to spark more of them, and that's something that I am completely okay with, because I really feel like these are topics that we need to be speaking about a lot more. I also want to make it clear too that through uploading this video today, my hope and my expectations are not to, press post and then forget about it and move on and wash my hands as if nothing happened, because something did happen, and what happened was not okay, and I don't want to just forget about it. I should have been more careful in every single way when it comes to the ways that I was looking for a relationship. I didn't do the proper research, and for that I'm once again ashamed and embarrassed. I can't take it back as much as I wish that I could, but I'm really, really glad that I now fully understand the situation, so I'm able to do better in the future, and I really hope to show that to you guys. I'm a firm believer that when scandals or situations like this happen, you can get on camera and upload an apology video where you say sorry a million times all day long, but the only way to actually show and prove that you are sorry is through action and change, and I'm going to change. This whole situation has been so embarrassing and I'm ashamed, but like I said, I'm now educated and fully understand what went on. And I'm making a promise to all of you right now on camera that I will be way more careful moving forward with every single person that I speak to. My For You page and Explore page are not dating apps, and I will stop treating them as if they are. I also have already started asking for proper identification from every single guy that has either reached out or that I was speaking to, and will continue doing so for the rest of time. I now understand the root of the problem. I understand how and why I, and only I, caused myself to get into this situation. I understand that this could have and should have been easily avoided, and I also understand that I need to be aware of my platform at all times. I didn't understand how a situation like this could affect the people involved, but now I do. And for that, to the victims, I'm so, so sorry. And I promise that something like this will never, ever happen again. I also feel like I owe an apology to my friends, family, team members, and also fans that had to watch this all go down again. To all of you guys, I once again wish that I had listened earlier on. You guys saw this and I didn't.
For those of you who don't know about the situation, who have been following this mess, this ain't for you, because you guys are not gonna understand the frustration, the anger, and the annoyance, okay? But for those of you guys who have been following this mess, you would understand how exhausting, ridiculous, and stupid all of this sounds. This is not a 1, 2, 3, 4 type of situation. This is a numerous occasion. Every time I blink, every time I breathe, every time I shit, there's somebody else coming out saying that James Charles has inappropriately approached them and they are underage. So I need to understand. What logic and what planet he thinks he's on, where he thinks that we're all just about to be like,
yeah, James, headshot, great, we believe you.
oh wait, must be planet Earth, because people seem to be eating this crap up. Clearly his fans are a bunch of 10-year-olds who clearly can't gauge what's going on here. I need to understand how it is that there's so many people on social media who have been canceled for things way less, or if anything, on the same gravity, but James Charles still is able to keep his platform, his sponsors, and everything else. Make it make sense. You know how there's so many people out there who are saying that there's an agenda to normalize the P word? I'm beginning to think that it's real, because how in the hell is he still able to maintain so much fame? And I think that's what's really irritating me. It's the fact that people are normalizing this. It's the fact that people are not holding him accountable for what he's done. It's the fact that people are coming at the necks of the victims of this man and trying to say that they're all clout chasing, they're all this, that, and the third. Even though there has been about like one that did come out and say that he was clout chasing or whatever, and he came out fairly early. But for everybody else, it's like you guys are sitting there and you're discrediting them. You're making them seem like horrible people, when in actuality, all they did was come out and expose your fave. So my thing is, when do we actually sit here and hold people accountable for real, for real? It's not even enough for him to hold himself accountable. We need to hold other people accountable, because at this point, I'm done. This shit makes no sense. I don't believe you. You're gonna be in the same shit again. This is not going to be the last time. You're full of caca. You're not sorry. You're only sorry because all of those victims came forward. And I really believe with all of my heart you have a legitimate issue and you like them young. And to be quite honest with you, if that is your problem, you need psychological help. In the beginning, everyone was defending him. He was being very defensive about all of this. Now all of a sudden his tune has changed. Now all of a sudden the tune has been, oh yeah, I'm taking full accountability. Where were you the last 8, 10, 12, 20 times? Now you're taking full accountability? This apology just infuriated the hell out of me, only because we all know why he apologized. He apologized for his pocket. He apologized for his reputation. He apologized to save face. Point blank, period. For all of those people that sat there and liked that video, y'all full of shit and y'all know it. With that being said, make sure you guys comment down below. What do you think about this apology? What do you think about James Charles? Do you think he has a problem, or do you not think he has a problem? And most importantly, do you think he will change? With that being said, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, and do all that. And I'm gonna see y'all next time.